Testing, 1, 2. Testing. Testing, 1, 2. Is this thing on? Let's find out. Live stream. There it is. Alright. It's working. This is Mistah MegaManFan. Welcome to an unannounced live stream of Mega Man Legacy Collection, which is appropriate because it is Mega May right now. Thank you to all of my 600 plus subscribers. Still trying to get to 1,000. We will get there eventually, but gotta take it bit by bit, and it's about double from when the news of the YouTube doom struck us all when they were going to demonetize anybody under 1,000. So double is quite good, and I really appreciate it, whether you're an Undertale fan or a Mega Man fan or an Amiibo fan or just a fan of video games or whatever. Hey, any reason you subscribe is a good reason. So thank you to all of you who do. And I'm just promoting that I'm streaming right now on social media while we're getting this stream warmed up. Nice embedded image of Mega Man in my article there, so it's kind of good that I'm on this pause screen right now. Let me go to Amiibo Crossing, one of my favorite groups here on Facebook, and mention that I'm doing a live stream of Mega Man. And they are live streaming Mega Man right now. See if anybody from the Amiibo Crossing group tunes in. Phoenix Down has some great streams. If you're into streaming, be sure to check her out on Twitch, Phoenix_DOWN. I think maybe there's a 25 at the end too, if I remember correctly. If not, just search for it and you will find her. Or that could be her Twitter handle. Maybe the 25 is at the end of that. But either way, Phoenix Down is an awesome streamer. She's been doing a lot of Super Nintendo Classic Edition video games on there, so big props to her and to all my friends there in the Amiibo Crossing group. Now let me check Twitter really quick. I'm at Mr. MegaManFan on Twitter, MrMegaManFan. And you can, of course, follow me there, and you'll see when I'm live streaming, as my friends do on there, like Sir Crunch, SIRKRUNH, and he also has a really excellent YouTube account that you should all check out, especially if you're fans of anime. Sir Crunch has got it going on. So it looks like YouTube did announce my stream, so I'm just pinning it to the top of my profile. And there is one last place I will go to advertise my live stream, and that is Tumblr. Let all my friends there know, like Always Screeching Basement, and let's see, who else should I shout out from Tumblr this week? Oh, Gratuitous Butt Sex. I know that name sounds obnoxious, but she specifically did it to be obnoxious. It's just for a laugh. There's no butt sex on her channel whatsoever. It's mostly like Steven Universe and My Little Pony and just fun stuff, you know, nothing goofy, although she does, I would say, a somewhat, I don't know, warped sense of humor, but she's a funny lady. I like her a lot, so big props out to GBS. And I think somebody's in my chat room right now, so let me finish this post and then I'll go see what was said in the chat. Mega Man Legacy Collection. Mega Man Legacy Collection. Capcom. Mega Man. Capcom. Hashtags are important, people. Alright. That should do it for the promotion. Now let's check out the chat, see what's going on there. Oh, it's Sir Crunch, and he noticed that I gave him a plug. Well, enough time shilling and plugging everything. I think it's time I actually get down to playing some stuff, so let's, without further ado, jump into a game. I'm going to press any button per the suggestion, and I'm also going to pop open a nice cold can. I'm not sponsored, so Unfortunately, Coca-Cola is not paying me for that, but I need a bev. Keep my throat liquid for all the talking I do while I play. I think I'm going to do the original Mega Man for Mega May. Might as well start with the classics, right? Ain't nothing wrong with that. So, I think Chris just posted another comment. I'm not seeing it yet. No, he didn't. That's just me looking at the screen the wrong way. That's my own fault. Let me mute the computer so I don't accidentally cause a calamity by repeating my voice back into the live stream. That would be unfortunate. I don't think I want to hear an echo. 2 people watching right now, so that's good. Nice to know that I've got some people checking out the show. Let's get on with the game. Press start. Let's see, I might want to turn the volume up just a little now that we're not in the menu screen. He did say something else. Too early to be seeing things, yeah. Especially in a complete state of sobriety on top of that. Now, I'm trying to remember which robot boss you start with in Mega Man. I'm thinking it's Cutman that I always start with. I'm gonna go with Cutman. We'll see how that works out for me. I think it's Cutman, Electman, Iceman, Fireman, Bombman, Gutsman. Yeah, this looks right. I was pretty sure I usually start with Cutman. One of the interesting things about Mega Man 1 compared to some of the other games in the franchise is this one actually keeps a score. And those little pink pellets you pick up, they add to your score when you defeat the boss at the end of a stage. They're kind of like bonuses, I guess. These things hit hard. And they hover around too, which makes them a real pain. Then you got these freaking things that shoot 5 different directions, so you gotta be real careful. What did Chris just say? Let me look at the chat. I see your soda and raise you a cup of joe. Coffee at this time of night? Dude, I don't know. If I got too caffeinated, I wouldn't be able to get to sleep. Of course, I may just stay here till I finish the first Mega Man, so maybe I'll actually need that cup of joe. We'll just have to wait and see. Depends on how long I can stand it, or if my hands start to get a little arthritic and cramp up, I may have to cut it early. Oh! Or I may just botch something terribly like I did there. I was trying to shoot the turret gun and missed terribly. Timed that a little better this time. That's more like it. You don't have to eliminate all of these, but professionalism, I have pride. That pride is going to get me killed, literally. Oof! Okay, this time I'm waiting. Now. Oh! There's a better way to do this, I'm sure of it. Yeah, there we go. I'm just about out of energy, so I hope I get an energy tank here somewhere soon, or I'm in deep doo-doo. This one I gotta time carefully. Alright. No, not yet. Now. There we go. Come on. Where's the power-ups when you need them? Oof. Oh, we got somebody else in the chat. It's Peyton Cannon. What's going on, man? I'm streaming Mega Man for Mega May. Thanks for tuning in. Alright. Let's see if I can survive on this sliver of energy I've got here. Oof. Alright. Oh! That was cut it way too close. I'm down to a fraction now. I don't think I'm going to shoot that turret. I think I'm just going to run for it. Gotta run for it, run for it, run. Oh, now we got these freaking things. Why is nobody dropping power? Oh, I can't use weapon power. I don't even have any weapons yet. But I think that actually was a restart point, so even if I die here, I think I come back to that area, so I might be okay. Still, if one of them would drop a power-up, that would be really handy right about now. Come on. Ugh, Peyton says no problem. Alright. Hey, maybe Woodburying will tune in. Since I'm giving out cheap plugs tonight, Woodburying is one of my YouTube subscribers. He is a retro enthusiast, has a nice little collection going, so if you YouTube search for Woodburying, you should be able to find him. Woodbarion, Woodburying. And the new Retro Sports Game Show, or maybe it's just Retro Sports Game Show, but it's also a recent subscriber of mine who's doing a top 25 countdown of classic sports games on retro consoles, so something definitely worth checking out. And another channel I discovered very recently, William Osmond. How I never knew about this guy before, I don't know, but he's absolutely hilarious. He does lots of scientific experiments, weird things like making... I swear on a stack, I'm not making this up. He made a ham cheese sandwich bust of Vin Diesel. I think it was Vin Diesel, maybe it was somebody else, but he laser cut, because he has his own laser cutter. He cut the slices of ham and stacked them together like, I don't know, like puzzle pieces until, oh, and I'm dead. That was bad timing. Not Woodbury, Woodbarion, B-A-R-I-O-N, or maybe B-A-R-R-I-O-N. So apparently this screen with the eyeballs was actually my restart point, so that's better than I thought. I get to restart right where I was. And that bonus pellet just dropped down into nothingness, unretrievable now. Of course I get an energy tank after I die. Isn't that always the way with these games? Just my freaking luck. Come on, eyeball. There you go. And now we get another screen of crisscrossy eyeballs. And another energy tank. Ah, Peyton says he'll check out Woodburying's channel. Well, good. I've done my good deed. I'm plugging somebody else's channel other than my own. And of course, Sir Crunch. If you weren't here when the stream started, Sir Crunch has an excellent channel with lots of unboxings, lots of anime. He's got quite a collection. I might even be just a little bit jealous of the sheer amount of anime my friend Chris has. It's pretty epic. And when I say unboxing, I mean he gets like the collector's edition Blu-ray sets with the lithographs and the artwork and the collector's figures that come with them. You know, he doesn't just buy the standard editions of things. He buys the deluxe stuff. So he's putting some money into that, so a few YouTube subscribes his way certainly wouldn't hurt. I know he said he's not worried about recouping it because he does it because he loves it, and hey, that's what I'm doing here. I'm loving it too, but hitting 1,000 subscribers to make a few bucks back on what we love, it's not a bad thing. I will not turn that down. Ah, Peyton loves Dragon Ball Z. Well then, I might recommend another channel as well, which you probably already subscribed to if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, and that would be Geekdom 101. My friend Big D, he's got what I consider to be the premier Dragon Ball channel on all of the internet, and he just had, pardon me for botching the pronunciation because I'm not as big of a fan of Dragon Ball as he is, but Kamehameha-Con, I believe is how you say that. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but I believe it was the Kamehameha-Con. It was quite the shindig from what I understand. Chris said, yeah, it's got to be something I'll watch. Well, of course it is. You know, if I'm going to plug something, it's something I watch. I watch Woodburying. I watch the new Retro Sports Show. I watch William Osmond. I'm actually recommending things that I watch. Like Sir Crunch, when you live stream golf, everybody's golf, I always want to call it Hot Shots Golf, because that's just what I'm used to saying, because you and I used to play Hot Shots Golf all the time, but I don't believe they call it Hot Shots Golf anymore. But when you stream that, I tune in and watch your stream, so I'm recommending you on personal interest, because I watch what you do. Let's see, get rid of these freaking things. Pick up the energy tank. Now I think we've got an 8-way shooter down here if I remember correctly, so I gotta time that one right. Peyton says I'm right, but I can't spell it off the top of my head. Neither can I, so... When am I picking up everybody's golf? I'll tell you what. The next time you're coming out here for Sushi Bowl, I will pick up everybody's golf. How about that? I will either get the digital download or I don't know what, but I will make sure it happens. And I was right about the 8-way shooter here. That you can actually time it and skip right past it like I just did. Now, this one you can't really time so well, but I only took 1 hit, so that's not too bad. Now we got the Stomper, and since I don't have any weapons, I'm just going to run past the Stomper and say, screw it, and get to the boss. Oh yeah, then we got these little turrets embedded in the top and the bottom wall. Forgot about that. How did I forget about that? I should know better than that. Sometimes you can actually hit the turrets if you get just close enough to see them, but not close enough to activate them. You can kind of cheap your way through them. Well, the bottom ones you can't, because until it pops up, you can't hit it. But you can rapid fire it and knock it down. Now, I probably don't have enough energy to survive the Cutman boss on the first try. I might have to do this one again, so let me get a little sip of Coke here. Not sponsored, just like Coke Zero. He likes Bleach, Naruto, and my girlfriend is a cat. Oh, no, my girlfriend is a gal. Sorry, read that wrong. Those are all worthwhile. I think Chris already knows my favorites, but Hargu is right up at the top of my list, as is Azumanga Daioh, Chobits, and Cowboy Bebop. Those are probably my all-time favorites. Hajimete no Gal was awesome. Alright, so Chris and Peyton have one in common. Maybe that's something I need to check out now. Is that on Verve? Because I don't have Verve yet. I should get Verve. Maybe if I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll treat myself to a Verve subscription. Yeah, I'm not going to survive this boss the first time. But thankfully, extra lives are plentiful. Well, not too plentiful because I didn't pick up any, but you know what I'm saying. I could probably cheat this boss by using the Turbo Fire, but I'm not going to do that. I'll actually do it the old-fashioned way, like it's an NES controller without turbo buttons. I'm going to do it the original way. Alright. Cutman, you're going down, buddy. Come get some. Yeah. Come get some. Oh, shoot. This might be a photo finish. Oh, crap. Oh! Sliver of health, man. I had him. Oh, that bites. I'm doing that again. Okay. Gentlemen, talk amongst yourselves. I will restart this. I gotta do it from the beginning, though. That freaking sucks. I'll try to do it a little faster this time now that I've re-acclimated myself, readjusted to the level, whatever you want to call it. I'll speed run it a little bit. Not gonna stop and shoot all the turrets this time. I'm just gonna go, 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 go. Yep, so you can skip those turrets, no problem. Fast, 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 man. I'm not gonna make everybody wait. Oh! I'm going too fast. I fell down. That doesn't make me much of a speedrunner now, does it? Yeah, this would not be setting any land speed records here, would it? Oh, well, at least I knocked out one of those turrets. Ah, come on. Come on. You son of a... Oh. Oh, fine. I'll cheap it. I'll just take a collision hit. Get that frame of the... Oh, and I fell back down. Brilliant, Steve. Brilliant. Speed my way through this now. think I did the first time. Okay, you're pissing me off now, you turret gun. This freaking thing's the last time I did this. I'll die. Any floaty things, you're gonna die too. All you floaty eyeballs must die. So saith Mistah MegaManFan. Die, die, die. Am I doing it faster this time? I feel like I am. Said the man to his wife. Ha 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 ha. Alright. Get the timing right on this. Verve has Freakazoid now? Freak out! Man, how did I not know that? Freak in, freak out! Freakazoid, Fricassee. It's been too long since I've watched that show. Hey, another energy tank. The game is actually being helpful this time. Maybe it's having sympathy on me for having to redo all of this. Actually, if it really had sympathy, it'd give me a couple extra lives, right? The irony is, if I had Cutman's weapon, I could deal with these things because the cut blade would circle up and take them out. The internet connection quality is currently not sufficient. What? What? Don't do that to me. Guys, if the stream stops, please let me know. It doesn't look like it stopped. My timer is still going up in the corner. Chris, say something. Let me know if you're seeing this or not. That message unnerved me a little bit. Alright, what did he just say? Oh, I get that often too. It doesn't stop. Good! Can't stop, won't stop. Rockefeller Records, because we get down. Get down with an energy tank right now if one of them would drop one. Freaking eyeballs. Come on. Should be dead in like 5 hits. There we go. Of course it drops energy tank for a weapon when I don't have any weapons. Thanks a lot. You know what? Screw it. I'm not going to kill those things. Waste of time. We're trying to speed this up a little bit. Get back to Cutman to redo that fight. That's good. I didn't take any hits from the floaties. I got a nice big energy tank there. Alright. Here's the 8-way shot. And I took a hit, which I didn't need to take. My mistake. Make up for it and not take a hit on that second one. Well, I probably won't survive the first Cutman try, but I'll have 2 lives this time instead of 1. I think I only had 1, so at least I'll be slightly better off. And maybe I'll get lucky and one of these will drop an energy tank. You can always hope. Or maybe I could just do a perfect run on Cutman and not take a single hit, although I kind of doubt that. Yeah, that didn't work. At least I got 1 hit on him before I died. That's something. Alright. Top turrets. Going down. Alrighty. This time, Cutman is dead for sure. I'm gonna nail his ass to the wall. You going down, bro? Oh, shit. Alright, this time for sure. It's been too long since I played Mega Man 1. I don't have the pattern down like I used to. And I don't want to be cheap and use the turbo button, so I'm kind of doing this to myself. And I took an unnecessary hit there. Darn it. Alright. This time for realsy. Alright, that's a little better. And by a little, I mean not much at all. Alright, that's the idea. I gotta keep him up on the ledge. That's working for me. Ah! That was working for me. Oh, how did I not get him? How did he get me before I got him? Oh, I'm freaking getting... Yeah, this is the one with the pause cheat, but you use that for a orange devil much later on. You know what? I'm gonna stretch the screen out a little. I don't know why I think that might help, but maybe it will. If I have the full screen, I feel like that might make a difference. Oh no, that looks really bad. I'm not gonna go widescreen. Let's see. Go back to the option menu. Let's do full instead of wide. Yeah, that's better. Now I can see more of the screen. I'm not so far out from it. Might be tweaking the aspect ratio a little bit, but I don't care. I just feel like it's going to help me for some reason. I don't have any scientific proof of that. I just feel like it will. Maybe if I cut out highlights from this stream, I'll skip the part where I botched Cutman the first couple of times. Or maybe I won't, because I'm too honest with myself, and I'll admit that I stunk it up because I haven't played this game in a while. I'm looking forward to the X collection. That's a game, Mega Man X, I tend to revisit that one pretty frequently, so looking forward to a new way to play it on Nintendo Switch and various other things, but especially the Switch. Yeah, see, I feel like I handled the turrets better that time. Maybe my imagination, maybe not. Yeah, something about going full is working for me. Wide, it looks too goofy, but full, it's okay. Maybe I'm just used to this from emulation. Not that I don't have the original cartridge and a Nintendo to play it on, but you know what I'm saying. It just kind of feels more correct, even though it's probably technically not anywhere close to that. And an energy tank. And Chris says, have I seen the new season of Full Metal Panic yet? No, I have not. But maybe our friend Peyton has. I don't know. Leave a comment if you have. And tell me about it, since I'm just here streaming. I will read the chat as I play. As game permits. Obviously, if I'm deeply entrenched in a hairy situation, I probably will be delayed on reading chat. But I will endeavor to read it as much as I can, game permitting. Down goes the eyeball. Down goes another eyeball. And this one, I'm just gonna skip for expediency. The flicker when there are too many sprites moving is definitely authentic in the Mega Man Legacy Collection, because you saw when we had me shooting and 4 of the eyeballs on the screen all at once, we had some flicker and some slowdown there. So this is authentic to the original Nintendo. I must give it credit for that. I could probably turn that off, but I actually kind of like the flicker and the slowdown, because it's, I don't know, it's familiar to me. It's the way I remember it. It's the way I played it when Chris and I would rent games from Noble Electronics in Jewell, Iowa. So I wasn't allowed to own a Nintendo. He had a Sega Master System, which I thoroughly enjoyed the heck out of. But I don't think either... No, I think Chris maybe actually... Did you get a Nintendo after I bought your Sega Master... No, you got a Super Nintendo when I bought your Sega Master System. I think that's how it went down. You'd have to remind me which way it was. I think you bypassed NES and went straight to SNES. And then in college we got a Genesis. That I'm sure of. Chris, that was late in the day. Your comments are probably delayed behind my stream, so I'm not sure what was late in the day. Something was late in the day. Alright. Down go the floaties. Energy tank for the win. Oh, I waited too long there. And I definitely waited too long there. But that one I got by. That Stomper always kills the hell out of me. Can one of these drop an energy tank, please? Can you drop an energy tank? No. No energy tank there either. Alright, I'm not gonna win the first fight, I know that. The SMS games... Oh, he traded in the Game Boy for the Super Nintendo, that's right. I am destined to win this. Not on this try, but on one of these other two lives, I will for sure. Unless I get really lucky, which I obviously did not get that lucky. And I took an unnecessary hit there. Goody. Always fun to go into a boss battle with one less health. That's one thing I don't like about the original Mega Man, is that they put bosses in the tunnel leading to the Robot Masters. That's kind of unfair. Yeah, we played the crap out of Reggie Jackson Baseball. That was some good times, man. I've still got that game. Well, I've got all 114 Sega Master System games from North America, so what am I saying? Of course I have Reggie Jackson. Hey, Greg Patero is in the chat. Greg Patero from the Amiibo group. Pardon me if I don't read your message just yet. I'm trying to beat Cutman, so I'll read it as soon as I finish this freaking fight. But I see you there. Oh. Sit down. Sit down, Cutman. Oh, how did he get me again? Okay, what did Greg say? Cutman music is my jam. Yeah, it is a pretty bumpin' tune. Oh, speaking of things I should recommend, OC Remix. Awesome website for remixes of retro video game songs. There are some great Cutman remixes on that website. Oh, energy tank. Finally. One of the turrets actually dropped something helpful. Alright. This time, it's for real. Oh, I got him. I got him on the ropes. Yes, I got him! Victory! Yeah, we don't actually get that victory music in Mega Man 1. Alright, now I can move on to Elec Man, because the cutter works against him. This one has some tricky-ass platforming, though. Kind of a pain, especially in the beginning segments. Like, right here. I actually need to switch to the Cutman weapon just to be able to take these things out. Because otherwise, every time you jump on the platform, they zoom right toward you. And these platforms are stupid as hell to make the jumps from one to the next. See that wall there? It just messes you up big time. Alright. And we got the electricity. No, not here. The next segment we got the electricity. Those blue eyes that are sticking out of that little wall section. And some of these, they fire electricity at you. Actually, I'm sure all of you watching this already know that, but if I got anybody watching the live stream that's never played the first Mega Man game before, or they're watching a replay, then now you know. You gotta watch out for those things, because they will fry your ass. Now, I usually just try to speed my way through this. Doesn't always work, though, because I don't really have a weapon that I can do much to these things with, so... Sometimes you can get lucky. And sometimes you won't. Ah! That's what I'm saying. By the time you try to stop and hit them, you're kind of screwed. Because one of the other ones is going to shoot your ass anyway. So, my advice is just go for it. Here we go with the invisible blocks. This is always fun, and by fun I mean torture. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now we got a series of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I can jump around this and get to the ladder. I'm gonna try. 2, 3, 4. Aw, frig. I gotta do it again now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Actually, I kind of like Elecman too. It reminds me of some song, I can't remember what, but it sounds like it's ripped off from some pop song. Do I risk getting that energy tank? No. No, I will not. I would much rather jump my way through this. Ah, now we gotta deal with more of these freaking things that love to ruin my day. And I'm dead. Good time for a sip of Coke. At least I'm one boss down at this point. Switch my Cutman blade back on. Get rid of these sliders. Oh, actually hitting those jumps this time. Practice makes perfect. Or muscle memory, something like that. Got another one here. You always get energy tanks when you don't need them, you know what I'm saying? Let's speed past these suckers. Come on. Oh! Almost. Oh! But I think that's it. I think they're gone now. Here they come again. Oh, maybe I'll get lucky with the cut blade this time. Yes! Alright, here's our Inviso blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm I'm gonna skip the weapon refills this time to save a little time. 2, 3, 4, and jump. And I'm not gonna get that energy tank. I didn't get it last time. I'm not getting it this time either. Okay. Wouldn't you know it, it dropped the weapon power up down the ladder where it's unretrievable. Just my luck. Yeah, there are 2 different ways you can go here, but I'm choosing to go on the right. Gotta time it. 1, 2, 1, 2. And I timed that poorly. Ah! You dirty rat bastards. I can't get that yet because I don't have the guts block, so I need his weapon to retrieve this weapon, so I'll have to come back to that later. Whoops. I jumped off the ladder too soon. Too soon, Tony, too soon. Nice. Now I'm getting weapon power-ups that are actually helpful. And point pellets that really aren't. Once again, timing is everything here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You just gotta time it. You gotta have a little bit of patience. That one will jump to his death every time. It never fails. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright. I think we are getting close to Elecman here. But remember, you gotta do this floating platforms thing twice. Okay, got a couple more electric platforms here. I think we might have a stomper up here. Yes, we do. And he's going to stomp my ass because I had no energy left. That's alright. I'm pretty close to where I was. I think. If I'm back at that energy tank, that's the first set of platforms, not the second. So, that may be bad news. Yeah, I got to do all the freaking ladders again. These freaking things. You all suck. Not you people watching. The floating machines of death. They suck. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Ah, timed that terribly. Here comes some more of the freaking floaters, but this oh, I thought I would sneak by it. I don't get energy refills. I'm not going to be able to handle that stomper when I get to him. Either that or I just have to have a flawless run. But then what are the odds of that? Can one of you drop an energy tank, please? Pretty please? I think I can make them refresh, right? If I go back down and come back up, they'll reload. Yes. One of you's got to drop an energy tank sooner or later. Not a weapon tank. Although I need it, or else I'm going to run out of weapon power doing this. This is where this game can get inane when you're trying to fuel up. And the energy drops are not plentiful. I may just give up and call it good enough unless I get a really nice big tank drop here. Well, I got another weapon tank drop, but I'm starting to run out of weapon energy, and I'm going to need the weapon energy for Elecman, so this may be poor decision making on my part. I think it's time to just say screw it and go. Oh, frig. How did I time that so badly? So badly. 1, 2. Yeah, now I'm clear. And... oh! Shit. Well, this ain't gonna go well. Yeah, that was just suicide on purpose, because without any energy, I was done for. So here's what I need to do. I need to make a flawless run all the way to Elect Man while also refilling Cut Man. Can that be done? Maybe. I'm skeptical. Well, I got a tank. And a pellet. Let's go up the left side this time, see if it's a little better. I think actually that might have been my problem, is I wasn't going on the left side. Oh, I'm not going to get to that tank before it disappears! This stupid platforms! Yeah, so much for the left side, right? Haha. Hey, Retro Plus! My favorite NES game ever. And yeah, I gave you a shout out on the stream earlier. Everybody should check out Retro Plus for the top 25 sports games. Top 25 retro sports games, I should say. Oh, I hate these freaking floaters. Ah! That's why I go up the right side, because these left platforms are murderous. Jump, jump, for my love. Yep, I did plug you earlier, Retro Plus. Like, right at the beginning of my stream. Let's see. I'll try going to the right this time, since I'm alternating. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. Ladders, lickety split. 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, at least I got an energy tank out of it. Oh, but I can't go this way, that's right, because I don't have the guts block. So, guess what? I gotta go back. That's probably the reason I was going up the left side, wasn't it? Oh boy. Don't I feel like a dummy right now. Should have known there was a perfectly good reason I was going that way. And now I'm out of cut power, so this may be a fruitless endeavor at this point, but frig, I'll just stick it out anyway, because I'm stubborn. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, why do I always rush that one? I gotta remember there's electricity there. Well, at least I'll get back up to the top side, and then I'll get stomped, but at least I'll get there. Because ain't no quitting me, even if I can't win. Yep. So I'm gonna have to do Elect Man again. And be a little more conservative with my cut blade this time, although I need it to get through this opening section. Can't get past these things without it, because they are dogged in guarding these platforms. Yeah, gotta give Dr. Wily some credit. He did not make his areas very penetrable for his robot masters. He was like, you know what? Let's make this not a Wily's Fortress per se, but we're gonna make it pretty obnoxious for you. Including me not being able to make these jumps all of a sudden. He's just sliding off the edge of these platforms for some reason, and I just fired Cutman's weapon for no reason whatsoever. Alright, let's switch off the cut blade and conserve that energy, that weapon energy for a little bit. Alright. I think that's my new strategy for that area. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. 3, 2, 3, 4. Oh, why does that never work? Jump too soon. Jump too late. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I forgot it actually resets the weapon tanks in this one, but I don't need another refill. I'm good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, here's our first set of platforms in space. Seriously, you can't tell me Wily didn't design it that way, because he's just cool. Alright. One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. Alright. Well, I lost a little bit of energy there, but I can handle it. Preserving my cutter weapon for Elecman at the end, because I'm gonna get there this time. Still gotta kill a couple of these things though. Maybe I'll get lucky and one of them will drop it. Yeah! There we go. Now I can conserve it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Gotta remember not to rush this one. There it is. I knew it fired off. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Ah, practice makes perfect. Now we get our floating islands in the middle of space. I'm almost back to the Stomper. And this time I have much more energy, so even if I take a hit, I'll be able to run past him. There we go. Oh, that's right. Now I gotta deal with the electricity coming up. Oh! How many times have I died already this time? I don't remember. Okay, I have 2 extra lives, so even if I throw myself to the wolves on the first one, I should be able to beat Elecman the second time. So I'm not going to waste my cut tank. I'm going to just blast my way through it, not win the fight, and then come back with my full cut tank and take his ass out. Oh, shit. That's if I even get there, of course. Alright, here we are. That's another thing they don't do in the other Mega Man games. You don't climb up to a boss, you walk into a boss. So at least Mega Man 1 has some unique aspects like that. Alright, this time for realsies. I'll equip Cutman before I even get there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, I went too soon. That's my fault. That's my bad. 1, 2, 1, 2. Sorry if that's annoying. It just helps me to say it. It helps me with my timing. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Alright, Electman. You are going down. Right motherfucking now. You are no match for my cutter. Get cut, son! I never knew the pink things increased the score. Yeah, they do. It's a weird part of this first Mega Man game that it actually keeps score. That's one thing I'm glad they did it with the later Mega Man games. Alright, so Cutman, Electman, and Electman takes out Iceman. So next up, we go to the ice stage. We're gonna be slipping and sliding. Da 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 da. Oh, Greg, you were talking about rockin' jams. I think the Iceman music is pretty rockin' too. Ah, floating head. Gotta remember to shoot it at the top so that it doesn't come apart. And I failed horribly at that. There we go. That's how you're supposed to do it. Shoot the top so it doesn't break apart. Now we got the penguins of death coming up here. And by that I mean they swoop up and down, and they also, some of them explode on you. Not these ones, but some later ones do. Ooh. One up, but I had to risk possibly getting hit by the slider there, but I managed to avoid it. Da-da, da-da-da. Da-da, da-da-da. Da-da, da-da-da. Da-da, da-da-da. Retro Plus. Yeah, well, that's the funny thing about Mega Man 6. I was on eBay really early on, like 1999, and I got a lot of those Mega Man box games way back then. Back then, Mega Man 6 was considered like the worst of the 6 original Mega Man games. Actually, it probably still is, because Capcom didn't even publish it in North America. I think they handed it off to Nintendo, if I remember correctly. So back then, you could get Mega Man 6 complete in the box dirt cheap. And you know what? There was another late NES release that was really cheap back then, Wario Woods, which I think technically was the last NES game in North America. So it's funny how times change. Now those late NES games have some value, but back then it wasn't perceived that way. Nobody thought about the fact they had short print runs on those games back in that day. Oh yeah, we got the invisible platforms again. And we got a slider chasing me back and forth unless I use Cutman's weapon to take it out, which I think I will. But I haven't saved in a while, so I'll save first. Then I'll return to the game. And turn on the cut. Get cut, son. And it's going to refill my cutter, too, so I'll take that. Do I have any? Dude, you're talking to Mr. MegaManFan here. I think you can go actually into my channel, and I have a video where I scroll up and down the shelves of my Mega Man collection, and you can see the entire NES, SNES, Saturn, Game Boy, GameCube. I've got the Wily Wars imported from Europe. I've got the Rockman Battle and Chase imported from Europe. I've got Super Adventure Rockman for both PlayStation and Saturn as imports. You think of a Mega Man game, there is a 98 to 99% chance that I have it. Okay, we need the cutter again here. So I'm not dealing with this freaking thing. Having to do these invisible platforms is hard enough. Flaming Ember Production Studios. Mega Man is the best NES game. Actually, I would probably argue it's Mega Man 2 or Mega Man 3, but it's a good game. Best? I wouldn't go so far as to say best, but it's good. It's got great music, I will say that. Ah, I timed that one wrong. These ones are such a pain. Oh, just missed it again. Come on. Come back. There we go. Oh, I'm gonna miss it. Retro Plus. Do you have Wily Wars on Genesis? Yes, I do. And I have two different versions of it. I have the import PAL version, and I have an NTSC version that I am not allowed to say who I got it from, but he made me a custom Sega Genesis cartridge and box that looks like it was a US release, so it's pretty freaking nifty. There we go, I finally got those platforms down. But now we got some even worse platforms coming up, because these ones shoot at you while you're riding on them, which is horribly unfair. Oh, how did I pause it there? I didn't mean to. But maybe that'll turn out to be to my benefit. I'll just load and do that again. Oh, I went back to my previous save, so that didn't help me at all. Dory. Well, that's what I get for saving. Now I get the fun of doing all these platforms again. Nice, I gotta see that. Well, I will do a video of it after I'm done streaming tonight, and I will pull out both versions and do a side-by-side comparison. How about that? Just for my live streamers tonight, I will do you a solid and show you both of my versions, the PAL version and the custom Sega Genesis version, which unfortunately nobody else can get because I am not allowed to say who I got it from. He made it for me as a gift and said, you can show it to people, you can play it on your Genesis all you like, but you cannot tell people because I am not making any more of them. He made it just for Mistah MegaManFan. Now, here's the funny thing about Wily Wars, since we're on the subject. Originally, that was a Sega cable channel game. If you had a Sega Genesis and you had their cable adapter, they actually released the Wily Wars in multiple parts as a streamed into your Genesis game, and you could save it on your cable modem and keep playing it, but you couldn't like keep it forever, I guess, unless you never downloaded or played any other games off your cable modem. It was either that or nothing. So versions of it on the cable modem don't exist. It's not like Satellaview where people save their memory packs and years later people are finding old Satellaview games that they thought had gone out of circulation, like the Ancient Stone Tablets version of The Legend of Zelda. That was found on an old Satellaview release cart, or memory pack, whatever you call it. And there was also some Kirby games that were found on a Satellaview memory pack. I think they weren't anything terribly special. They were like a pachinko-style game and Oh yeah, here's the bomber penguins. And this part double sucks, because the platforms shoot at you and the penguins dive at you. Oh! This part is so hecka frustrating. And it's gonna kick me back to this again. So now I gotta do the platforms again. Well, at least the conversation is distracting me from the frustration. I love to talk about Mega Man. Why else would I be called Mr. MegaManFan, am I right? Okay. Who was saying the other day on their stream or their video that that sound of the blocks appearing and disappearing was the stuff of their nightmares? It might have been Game Grumps. It might have been Cinemassacre. Somebody was talking about it, and they're right. The sound of those platforms appearing and disappearing is something that will haunt you till your dying day. Do I have dev kits? I have a PS1 dev kit. It's funny you should ask me that. And coincidentally enough, it's blue. It's Mega Man Blue. I didn't even plan for it that way when I got it. And that thing is such a collector's piece that I don't even use it. I mean, theoretically, it's great because it was a way to play import games when I got it, because the dev kits aren't region locked. But then it occurred to me how valuable that dev kit PlayStation 1 was, and what a collector's piece it was, and how I didn't want to burn it out, because those original PlayStation 1s, they don't last forever. I had an original PlayStation 1 go toast while I was playing Final Fantasy IX, and I thought about that happening to my dev kit PS1, and I was like, no. So I bought an import PlayStation 1 shipped to me from Hawaii so I could play my import games, because I wasn't about to ruin my dev kit PS1. But yeah, I'll have to pull that out and show people on the stream sometime too, because it's pretty nifty. I mean, it's basically a standard PlayStation 1 for all intents and purposes. It's just colored blue, and it was never sold in stores, and it's region free. It has no region locking on it whatsoever. Yeah, I will take good care of that. That's another one of those ones that, and I hate to sound all cryptic and mysterious like I'm some sort of secret agent, but that's another one that I can't say who I got it from. I can say that it was from somebody who had connections at Sony and lived in California, and that is pretty much all I can say about the dev kit. I think he basically saved it from the scrap heap, which happened with several different things that he had that he showed me and or later let me buy, including that dev kit, so that was pretty nice of him. Alright, here we go again with these freaking shooting platforms. Okay. Halfway there. Now I gotta deal with the penguins. Oh! Those penguins suck. Yeah, I might want to save it the next time I get there, except I think I'm down to 0 lives, so I'm not sure if it would make a difference. Yeah, you know what, I'll just load my previous save, because then I had 2 lives left, so if I gotta do this all again, let's do it with a full set of lives instead of just some. Return to game. I wanted to return to game, darn it. Alright, get the cut man out. Take this freaking thing out of commission. Switch the cut man off. See what Crunch said. I concur, save. Alright, when I get to the halfway point, I'll save, okay? I promise you guys, once I get to the halfway section of those floating platforms, I will save. At least I feel like my timing is getting a little better on these invisible freaking platforms. I got it on the first try here. Maybe I should even save it at this point. What do you think? I'll take out this freaking thing here, and then I'll save. And then I'll save again once I get to the half point. Yes, overwrite it. Return to game. Now we're cooking with butter. Get the timing down on this again, and we will be rolling. Yeah. Yeah. Over here. Up here. No, I missed it. And I'm gonna miss it. Missed it, missed it, missed it. Missed it by that much. Okay. Oh! Missed it again. But I'll get a fast retry here. There we go. Alright. I'll save it again here just for the heck of it. Overwrite it. Save complete. Return to game. This is turning into Cinemassacre Plays. The chat reminding Mike to save. You got me on that one. One does simply not master the invisible platforms. Well, you can't master them, but you can get better at them. I actually like the invisible platforms better than the ones that shoot at your ass. Alright. Halfway point. Save. Save. It's kind of cheap to keep saving. We couldn't do this on the original on the original Nintendo back in the day. You didn't have save states, but yeah, here we do. So I guess we might as well take advantage of them, right? Ah, I hate that freaking penguin. And that's why I'm using the saves, because I hate the freaking penguins. Oh! Trying so hard to avoid the penguin, I killed myself. Is either a speedrunner or a liar. Well, you might call me a liar, but Chris will back me up when I say this. We used to rent these games from Noble Electronics, and we had to play them all in one weekend while we rented the Nintendo and rented the game. So he and I would individually or as a tag team bust our ass beating these games in one weekend. We did it with Mega Man games. We did it with Super Mario games. We did it with Mario 2. We did it with Mario 3. In fact, one of my favorite memories of gaming from when Chris and I were younger was we got so excited when Bowser fell through at the end of Super Mario Bros. 3 that we jumped up and down for joy to high-five each other, and this Nintendo that we rented was so flaky that it reset itself. So we didn't get to see the end because we got too excited. We jumped up to celebrate and we didn't see the end of the game. We saw Bowser die. We beat the game, but we didn't get to see the ending. We had to do it all over again just to see the end. Oh, I didn't load. How did I not load? I was so busy telling that story I didn't load. Alright. Oh, nope, that's not going to do it. Load. Return. Oh. Oh. Can I hang on? Can I hang on? Get me close enough. Oh. Okay, I will save. I will so save. Yes, I'm overwriting that shit. Okay. Yeah, Super Mario 3 with the extremely touchy pins. And there was a third-party accessory, but we didn't use... I don't think Noble Electronics had one. Sorry, needed a Coke break there. Okay. Now that I've got through these stupid platforms, I can pick up the extra life. And some much-needed power-ups. And there's the Stomper. I'll run right past him. Yeah, we're to the boss fight now. Just got a few more of these freaking penguins in the tunnel as we work our way over. They could drop some power-ups. That would be really helpful. Energy tanks, please. Come on. Can I... No, I can't. I just gotta do the fight now. Well, I'm gonna die the first time and do it over with Elecman's weapon. I'm not gonna... Unless I manage to just freaking beat Iceman without even needing to use Elecman, but I'm so low on energy that I'm just gonna probably take the L here and go back with full health and then use Elecman. Yeah, I got plenty of extra lives, so I'm good with it at this point. Yeah, and now one of them drops an energy tank, wouldn't you know it? Now, the pause trick Chris was talking about earlier, Sir Crunch that is using Elecman on the Yellow Devil, but that's much later in the game. For now, Elecman is just good for shredding Iceman, because electricity and water do not mix. You're toast, buddy. And I mean that literally. See? I didn't even take one hit. Ah, that's satisfying. Alright. So from Iceman, we move on to Fireman. Let's do this. Da 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 da. Oh yeah, Greg, this is another one of those jamming levels. I love this Fireman music. What did Retro say? Oh yeah, you can use the pause trick in Mega Man 2 as well. You're right about that. Now these are the fire things that float down at you. Oh shit! That was really dumb. I was trying to jump to the ladder and I got touched. But, you know what? I think I got like 3... Oh no, I only have 1 extra life, so... Maybe if I bomb this, I'll just start over with a full set of lives. But if I get through it, then I get through it. Took an unnecessary hit there because I got impatient. But sometimes that's the way things go. And yes, I know I can use the ice weapon to freeze the fire there, but since I can just time it, I don't really need to. Alright. Takes care of that section. I'll jump over it for the energy charge, since that's an easy one to get. Now, if I needed those energy tanks, I would freeze the fire and jump off of them, but I don't, so it's all good in the hood. Except I took a hit that I didn't need to. Once again, it's a matter of timing. 1, 2. 1, 2. I botched it, but oh well. On, off. On, off. I don't know why I thought there was something down there. If there's not... Damn, I am botching it up all over the place here. Botchamania running wild. Oof. Oh. Jeez. Okay, stop screwing around here. Ah. Pixel perfect here. There we go. That's more like it. That's not more like it. Okay. I think that flowing current actually hurts you. I feel like it does, so I might be dead here. Yep. So this is my last life. Either I get through this or I don't. I'll just use the hit bump there from getting hit. Don't need to keep using it. Alright, here we go with this thing again. Oh yeah, you can time it. It's just really freaking hard. I got through one of them. Oh, here are the bomber ones. I knew I was going to see them sooner or later. You can kill them, but if you're near the explosion when you kill them, it hurts you. Which is really cruel. We need some cutting power here. Alright. Oh, Retro. I can't put links, but his channel is Timothy Tim PSP. Search his name along with MegaMan PSP. He made about 3 variants. Cool! I'll check that out. Yeah, I've got the MegaMan powered up games and a bunch of PSP import stuff like Rockman. Oh, no, what did they call it? MegaMan Legends. So I think they called it Rockman Legends, but I feel like they called it something else. But you know, MegaMan Legends 1 and 2 for PSP. I've got like imports of that for PSP as well. Even though I can't read Japanese, I've got them anyway. But I also have a PSP with the original firmware on it, like 1.5 or whatever it was when it shipped. So I could play Mega Man on there, the 8-bit NES Mega Man, because that one you didn't have to jailbreak. It was basically jailbroken out of the box, and they released like firmware 2.0 right away to solve that problem, but I never upgraded that one. I just left it with its native firmware on it because I already knew about that. So I can play TurboGrafx games on there, NES games on there, anything I want. Okay, let's see if this drops an energy tank. No. No. Well, this might be slightly insane of me, but I think I'm gonna try save stating this and see if I can use my ice and survive this even with the minimal amount of power that I have left. So, first things first, let's create a save state, overwrite it, return to game, switch to my ice. I'll only give this a couple of tries, and if it doesn't work, then I will just work my way through the lives and get a full set and do it again. I hack PSPs and it's literally drag and drop. Any PSP can run emulators now. They're rising in price. You should buy another before they get to you. Dude, that's what I'm saying. I kept my 1.5 and I bought another. I'm actually a PSP collector. You will, if you look at my playlists, and I know I've got way too freaking many playlists, but you'll look at a PSP collecting playlist, you'll see that I am kind of hardcore into my PSPs. I've got the 1.5 that I never updated, and then I bought a second one of the original Model 1000. Now, I still need to get the TV output model. I don't have that one yet, and I don't have the PSP that doesn't take the UMD media disc. I believe that was the PSP Go that has the pop-out control pad, and that one's actually kind of useless now because unless you can connect to a router and download games, you can't really do anything with that one, so I may never get that one. Anyway, let's do this boss fight. See if I can actually win this on the minimal amount of energy I have. I'll give it a couple of good tries. Well, that's not the way to do it. I gotta jump out of the way of his flame shots. I'll watch them after the stream. Cool. Okay, load complete. This is really dumb. I don't think I'm gonna be able to win it this way with that little health, but nothing ventured, nothing gained. Let's try it at least 1 or 2 more times. Well, theoretically, it's possible if I could time it perfectly. But I don't know that I can, so I'm only going to try this 1 more time. And then I'll just play my way through from the beginning with a full set of lives. Here we go. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to time that perfectly, so I gotta just go through this from the beginning and get a full set of lives for him. No shame in admitting you're incapable of doing what you can with little energy and no spare lives. Sometimes you just gotta take it back to the start. Got lucky with those energy tanks. Got lucky with the placement of those fire drops as well. This might end up being like a miniature speed run of this particular level. Not that I'm using any of the speedrunner tricks, like sliding through walls into rooms, but you get what I'm saying. I timed that horribly. On, off, up, down. Well, I took less hits doing it this time than I did the last time. And you know what? Why don't I get those energy tanks? Because I could actually use that refuel. Now, I know the weapon tanks come back in Mega Man 1, but do the energy tanks come back? Yes, they do! That is very handy. Oh yeah, the E10 Street Model, European only 2. I have the Go and I hacked it. It's excellent for SNES stuff. You know, I never thought of hacking a Go to use as a retro game player, since I can already use my PSP 1000 for that, but that's a pretty neat idea. Since it is kind of designed like it would be a retro console with the built-in pop-out controller, it kind of serves that function, I guess. It's tailor-made for that purpose. Whether that was what they intended or not, too bad. It actually works out that... Oh! Botch, 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 botch. I'm talking too much and not paying enough attention. Now I'm only going to have 1 life to spare. That sounds like the name of a Mega Man soap opera. 1 Life to Spare. Starring Rockman. Created by Keiji Inafune. Well, no, not really. He's considered like the father, but he wasn't the original creator. He was just somebody who joined the design team in the very early days. I'm not saying he doesn't get credit, because he shepherded a lot of Mega Man games to their finished state, you know, from his early days of joining Capcom's team, but he doesn't get all the credit. He didn't design... He wasn't the original creator of this game. He just joined the team while they were working on it. Yeah, there's those freaking bomb penguins again. Kaboom penguins. Whatever you want to call them. I'm sure there's some more technical name than that, which I'm not using, that I probably should be. They go boom penguins. Bada bing, bada boom. Big bada boom. Why did that slider come back after I already killed it? I don't know. Alright. So here's the plan. I've already got 1 extra life, so I'm not concerned if I win on the first try. I'm just gonna Just gonna let myself get slaughtered. If I win, I win. I don't think I will win. And then after that, I can do it again on full health, and I can mercilessly pound his ass. That sounded terrible. Somebody make that a drop. Mr. MegaManFan said he would pound some ass. That just sounded terrible. Alright. Do your worst, fireman. I don't intend to win this fight. There you go. Alright, time to make a save state. Save complete. Return to game. Actually, I'll make another save state since I just got a really lucky break with that energy tank. One more turret here. Oh, oops. Forgot about that one. Oh, and it dropped the tank. Alright. Ice, baby. It's like a charcoal gray budget model, and it's in mono, and it can't go online. Yep, I've seen it. I believe Metal Jesus Rocks was where I saw it. Another one of the PSP collectors out there. I think if he didn't have all of the PSP variants, he brought in somebody who did, like either Kelsey Lewin or Anna from Circuits and Coffee or Lindsay. One of those had all of the PSP variants. If he didn't, one of his friends did. Might have even been John Riggs or the immortal John Hancock, but on Metal Jesus Rocks, he showed all of the different PSP variants, including a couple that were just really out there, like limited editions only sold in Japan or given away in contests on Fuji Television. There were some ones that were quite extraordinary. There we go. That's how it's done. Tutor PPP. Yo, what's up? I've never made a stream before. Well, I got good news for you. PlayStation 4 makes it really easy to do. You just have a YouTube account and you log in with all your credentials for it on your PS4, and then you hit the stream button on your controller. I mean, it couldn't be simpler than that. You don't have to go out and buy yourself a streaming device. You don't have to hook up a bunch of modulators to modulate your signal from HD to RGB or vice versa. It's literally the easiest streaming I've ever seen. Alright, now I've done Cutman, Electman, Iceman, and Fireman. So it's time for Bomb Man. He's the bomb. Dirt cheap in the UK, I don't want one. I saw him on eBay for £15. Mega Man Unlimited? I've downloaded it. I don't remember if I played it. I think the last homebrew Mega Man game I played was Mega Man vs. Street Fighter, which Capcom actually sort of made official by releasing it on a USB stick. And yes, I own that USB stick because I'm Mistah MegaManFan. I would really like to pick up an Elgato to stream Super Retrocade. You know, how do I put this? I may have a hookup for you, Chris. If either one of us can get to 1,000 subscribers, I might have a hookup for us on an Elgato, but we gotta get to the minimum level for monetization first, and then I have a friend who might be able to do us a favor. Retro Plus. I got my PSP Go for £10 and my 2000 for 30 with the camera and an extra big battery. Which reminds me, I've been promising to do a video on how long my replacement battery lasts, and I actually took my PSP with me to Chicago, planning to film that, but then life got in the way because I was in Chicago and I wanted to go out and do fun stuff, so I never filmed that video, but I will get to work on that at some point here. I will film a video showing the life of my replacement battery. You know what? I like the music in almost all of the original Mega Man stages, and Bomb Man's is pretty good too. It's a nice catchy tune that gets stuck in your head. Alrighty. What are the comments here? Kabuto Burger, yeah, you just saw my video about that. Oh yeah, well, I've got the 4,000 watch hours because between my Undertale unboxing videos and some of my PlayStation Portable videos and some of my Amiibo videos, I think the 4,000 hour thing, I'm well set on that. I just got to get up to 1,000. I already had the 4,000 hours when I got demonetized. So essentially, I'm just trying to get back to what I already had before by getting to 1,000 subscribers. It's just, they made a new hurdle for me to get my videos remonetized. That's the situation I'm in right now. Sorry, needed a Coke there. Oh yeah, I forgot we got the freaking turrets in the wall there. Okay. There we go. Now I can go down here and pick up this energy tank. Retro said, good luck man, it's tough nowadays on YouTube. Yeah, it's not easy, but I've gone from 312 to 627, so I'm getting there. It might take me the rest of the year to get to 1,000 unless I get really lucky, but I've doubled my subscriber count since the original problem occurred, so... Sniper Joe is such a pain. Stupid shield. I could probably just use the cut weapon, but since he just gave me a freaking big energy tank, I'm not even gonna bother. Oh, here we go again with the bomber penguins. I knew they were coming back. Yeah, this part's really fun when you have to deal with the bomber penguins and the turrets at the same time. Oh, just managed to avoid it there. Oh! No, he knocked me down. But I can get back up. And I can avoid him. Well, no, I can't avoid him. But I can get back up. Now, here's the one that really sucks, because he tries to knock you off these. Okay. There we go. Oh yeah, now we got the 8-way. Another Sniper Joe. I'm just going to avoid him. I don't think I need that extra life right now. And I'm just going to run through this one because I can. It still took me a hit, but that's okay. Ooh, I'm down to 0 lives. This may be another one of those unwinnable situations here, but let's see. Do I think I can do this?
Well, at least I know it doesn't take long to get back to it. I'll try it anyway. I'll give it a save state and I'll give it a couple of tries. And then if I have to play my way back through it with a full set of lives, then that's just what I have to do. So let's create a save. Because this is now the Cinemassacre stream, as Chris pointed out earlier. And I'll drop straight... Oh, I forgot there were eyeballs on the walls. So I took another hit that I didn't really need to. And a bomb got me. Alright, so... Not thinking I have a great chance with the minimum amount of health I have, but... Let's avoid the eyeballs this time. No, I didn't avoid them. Shoot. Timed that horribly. Yeah, I think I just need to do this one from the start with a full set of lives. Oh, what's the chat saying? How many minutes, hours? 4,000 hours, dude. 4,000. Your videos could do with custom thumbnails. Yeah, if you want to do some custom thumbnails, Retro Plus, I will not say no. My lifetime after September 1st, 2012 is 348,031 minutes. Damn it, I can't read tonight. Well, it's 4,000 hours in a year, so I don't think a lifetime minutes actually makes any difference. But I could be wrong. I'm not remembering 100% on those requirements, but it's something along the lines of 4,000 hours. Retro Plus or somebody in the chat, sorry, getting distracted by the game again, can tell us for certain. Sniper Joe, you suck. And you die. Now we gotta deal with the bomb penguin again. What? I didn't mean to do that. Saving data? Well, whatever. It got rid of the bomb penguins. I didn't intend to do that, but I guess it kind of works out nicely that way. But it doesn't get rid of this one. Yeah. Got away from your ass. Yeah, that's what I get for trying to pick up the extra life there. But at least I'm restarting at the half point now. So maybe I can get that extra life. We'll just see. Typical. Typical. Screw you, Joe. Give me that extra life. Come on. Joe, you're getting on my nerves. Come on. Yo, Joe. There we go. And then I gotta go back out the way I came in anyway. And there's another freaking Joe here. Maybe I'll get lucky and this one will drop an energy tank. Actually, that would be pretty sweet if I could make him regenerate and drop an energy tank or two. I'll have to see if I can scroll left and make him reappear. Will he come back? Yes. But this may be too tedious. I don't know if I can just keep regenerating him long enough to get an energy tank. I may just say to hell with it. Especially since I have to keep avoiding his shots while I'm killing him. Which is turning out to be a zero-sum proposition because now I just reset him. So this is actually losing me energy as opposed to me gaining any. So I think I just need to kill him and forget it. Yeah, it's time to just kill him, save, die, and use my final life to take out the boss. This message is held for review. Okay, I think, Retro, your message was not being shown on the live chat, but I'm going to copy and paste the information in it, just in case you didn't want to share that information with every viewer. So give me 1 second here. I am copying down that info right now, so I can get in contact with you later on. And I will hide that message so it doesn't show to the whole chat stream. But thank you, Retro. I appreciate that. And I certainly would love some custom thumbnails, and I would definitely give you props for it if you made me some. I would link you in the descriptions or give you a plug on the live streams or whatever you would like. We can work those details out. Return to game. I don't mind. It was just my Gmail. Oh, well then I guess I didn't need to hide the message, but YouTube told me it was being held for review, so I wasn't sure. I apologize, man. If you want to go ahead and put your Gmail in there for everybody to see, just type it in again and I won't hold it for review the second time. I don't think I can unhold, unfortunately. It doesn't look like it works that way. You can either accept or hold, or you can't unhold. Don't know why. Alright, which was the weapon I needed to use for Bomb Man? Let me think here for a second. Oh yeah, it was fire, because fire makes bombs explode. So, that's what I want. And he's dead. Dun, 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 dun. So now it's time to kill Guts Man with Bomb Man's weapon. It's fine, it was for you anyway. All good. Okay. Now this is why I save Guts Man for last every time I play Mega Man 1, because there is a
stupidly obnoxious part of Guts Man where you have to jump on these moving platforms that are over a crevasse. And if you miss any of these platforms, you fall to your doom. So Guts Man is always the one I do last in the cycle. Even if I don't do the robot bosses in the order that everybody else does them in Mega Man 1, I do them in this order. I start with Cut Man and end with Guts Man because Guts Man drives me nuts. And yes, I know I still have to go back and get the extra weapon that's not in a Robot Master's hand. I have to go back to Elect Man and get that. But I need Guts Man's Guts Dozer weapon that picks up the blocks and shreds them into little blocks so I can go back and get that. So save a lot. Retro Plus. Oh god, I hate that bit. I don't think anybody likes this bit, but we gotta do it. It's time. You know, I really like Guts Man, other than that particular section of his stage. I like this level design. I like how it looks like a strip mining operation. I like the theory of Guts Man being a mining robot that removes all this ore and raw material and uses it for Dr. Wily's nefarious schemes. I mean, everything about this is beautiful, and the music is really catchy too, but it's just a pain. Oh, and this is also the very first time we get to see the Metars, and I love the Metars. If you want to know how much of a Mega Man fan I am, I had a custom Metar plushie made for me from somebody at the Oklahoma Video Game Expo. I sent her my specs and she sent me one back, and it is beautiful. It's sitting on top of my couch right now next to Proto Man and Mega Man and Rush. They didn't make a Metar plush, but I got one to go with them. And it's platform time. Hate this! Hate this, hate this, hate this, hate this. It's like the part in Mega Man 2 with the Quick Man lasers. I actually like that more. I don't mind the Quick Man lasers that you have to run through at breakneck speed. Compared to these platforms in the Guts Man stage, those are actually a pleasure. But like I said, at least this is our introduction to the Metars, who became a recurring enemy in all Mega Man games afterward, and even got some very interesting variants over the years. So without this level, we wouldn't have Metars, so I have to be thankful. Alright, here comes the first platform. Ride this one all the way to the side. Let it roll back. And jump. And jump. And jump again. And jump again. And jump. Oh, I think I've got it. I think I've got it. Oh, yes! I did it. That went way smoother than I thought. It only took me 2 tries. That is worth saving. That is worth a swig of Coke for celebration. Feels good. It's making me angry just looking at it. And now you know how happy I am that I don't have to do it again. Okay, back to the game. And then we got these little swoopies that came back from Cutman's stage. They aren't nearly as annoying as the platforms, though. And one of them dropped a tank. How helpful. And there's another tank right here. Why do I feel like I might need to save? How many extra lives do I have? None. I have full weapons, no lives. I feel like a save is in order for some reason. I know I just saved after I got through it, but I feel like I might need to save again for some reason. And that was why. These freaking things. These miner bots throw these things at you. I think they can knock you off these platforms into the spikes below. Yeah, skip the points. I don't need the points. I do need the tanks. Tanks for the memories. Ooh, that was close. That would have been funny if he had just stood there and let me shoot his ass the whole time. Oh, he dropped a tank! Oh, and Tango's here. Yes, again, if you wondered how much of a Mistah MegaManFan I really am, I named my cat Tango. Come on up, buddy. Come on. Come on, before I beat the boss. Are you going to curl up in my lap, or are you going to try to sit in my way and block my view? What are you going to do? Make up your mind, Tango. The stream is waiting. Ugh. Yeah, I did save, Chris, and now I'm at half an energy tank, so I'm not going to save again on half an energy tank and no lives. If I have to go back, I'll go back to my save point with full energy. So, for Bomb Man, I use Firestorm. For Guts Man, I use the bombs. Someone set us up the bomb. You have no time, make your time. Yes, I'm doing old memes. Dank memes. The dankest of memes. Here we go. Oh, that's right, there are Metars in the tunnel. I forgot about that. Don't want to waste bombs on them. I'll save the bombs for the boss. Maybe I'll get lucky and one of these will drop an energy tank. And thankfully, Tango decided to curl up between my legs and not block my view. Alright, here we go. I didn't know Mega Man blinked. Yeah, if you sit there long enough and don't do anything, he does. After all, Dr. Light created a robot to be friendly to humans, and if a robot didn't blink, that wouldn't be very friendly. If a robot was just staring at you all the time with soulless eyes, you would probably get a little unnerved after a while. He's your friendly neighborhood rock man. He's not gonna super creep you out. Oh yeah, I forgot. Gutsman is a pain to time with the bombs. I may have to do this more than once. Or maybe not. I timed that just perfectly. Alright. I know I could go to Wily right now, but I still need to use Gutsman's power to go back and pick up that extra weapon. So, got to go back to Elecman. Can't do Dr. Wily just yet. Actually, I think I have 2 weapons to pick up. I also have those beans that I need to get. Am I right? Oh no, I just have 1 to get. I think, oh no, it does generate beams. What am I saying? You can tell it's getting late in the night. I'm starting to get a little loopy. Little bit. Just a little bit. I might have to, just pick up this power-up and then save and then start my stream again another time. I may not do the Wily fight tonight. I'm enjoying this, but I also know I need to get my 7 hours of sleep. And I don't just mean because that's a good idea. I mean, medically, I actually need to for my own health. Retro Plus. God, this must have been so hard on the enemies. Dude, you seriously have no idea. And here's the thing that made it insane for me. I started out with Mega Man 2 like most people did. And I enjoyed the hell out of that game. So then I went and rented Mega Man. And it didn't have passwords. And I was like, what the frick? I have to do this in one sitting with no passwords? And I can't save anything? So you better believe when I rented the Nintendo for that weekend, I left that Nintendo on day and night. And I was looking up tricks. And I mean, I know that there wasn't internet and game facts back in the day like that, but I was... Any Nintendo Power issues I had, I was scouring through them, trying to find ways to do things. I was talking to people who'd played Mega Man at school. I was just like, whatever I gotta do. And I found out about the pause trick for the Yellow Devil, and that made my life so much easier. I actually did beat Mega Man on the NES back in the day with no save states. It was a chore, but there are certain things that you get better at with practice. Like this section, for example. And these invisible blocks, for example. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. These invisible blocks are actually preferable to the ones in Iceman's stage. Those ones are the real pain. I should try it one day. Play it authentically. No save sounds fun, I guess. Well, I don't know if fun is the right word. If you like a challenge, now let me stop for a second and say this. If you've ever watched anybody stream I Want to Be the Guy or Battle Kid in the Fortress of Peril, it's not hard like that. Okay, you can beat this Mega Man game with no saves. It can be done. You do the robot bosses in the right order. You use all their weapons to work your way through Wily's Fortress. You can do it without saves or continues or passwords. It isn't impossible. It's not I Want to Be the Guy impossible. It's doable. So on a scale of like, let's say 1 is just stupidly easy and 10 is Battle Kid or I Want to Be the Guy, Mega Man without save states is like a 6. You can do it. It can be done. You just have to commit yourself to it and prepare and do the bosses in the right order and memorize the patterns. And you gotta tweak it a little bit with the Yellow Devil, using the pauses and using the electricity to pause death him, and you can do it. It can be done. Thank God they put passwords in the game after this, though. They learned. Freaking lasers. Alright, switch back to the cut. I'm in the cut. I'm in the cut, about to tear ish up. Did I not hit a single one of those floating lasers? I think I missed them all. Alright, here we go. Gutsman, do your thing. Break those blocks. Yeah, I think that's everything. Okay. I think I still gotta play it through to the end, though, to make it official. I don't think I have to fight the boss again. I don't remember for sure, but we'll find out. If I do, I do. To heck with it. I can't lose that item now that I have it. It's
kind of nice that they don't make you fight a robot master to get it. Unlike the later games, everything you get has to come from a robot master. No exceptions. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, I shouldn't say that. The rush items, well, you do get them after you beat a boss, but they don't come from the boss. So, I don't know how you want to look at that. Rush weapons are kind of a separate category, all unto themselves. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Floating platforms of death. Actually, that's really the Iceman ones. These are just hanging blocks of inconvenience. The floating platforms of death are the ones that shoot at you. 1, 2, 1, 2. Haha! Ran right by his ass. Oh, what did Retro say? I could probably beat the Game Boy versions comfortably. I love the Game Boy. Okay, dude, you were talking about Mega Man 6 being a hard boxed complete game to get. Let me tell you, when I decided I wanted all of the Game Boy games complete in box, that was a mighty struggle. I don't recommend it to anyone. And it was a struggle like 7 or 8 years ago when I did it, and now it would just be ludicrously stupid. I'm not the kind of person who tells people to buy reprint boxes because those aren't authentic and they could be sold and passed off as authentic, and I really hate that. But for your personal private collection, I might advise people just to get the Game Boy games loose and make boxes yourself and mark them as repro boxes and never sell them to anybody. And if you were going to sell your collection, destroy those boxes first. But if you want to display pieces, that's what I would do, because spending the money to get Game Boy Mega Man games, especially 4 and 5 in the box, is a hard pill to swallow. I'm not even going to quote figures because it was stupid back then and it would be really stupid now. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I thought I timed that wrong. I was a little slow on the draw there. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, yeah, I do actually have to beat the boss again. I wasn't sure it would really make you do that, but I guess if it does, it does. So, what was the strategy for Elect Man? Oh yeah, Cut Man. And I already have the cut weapon, so let's just... Oh, well, it don't matter. I got all my weapons now, so I'm gonna stage select here. How do I move the arrow down? Oh, with the left trigger. Okay. So here's our teaser as we bring the stream to a close. I'm going to save right here on Wily. Save data overwritten. And we're going to watch this opening cutscene for Wily really quick. And then I'm going to end my stream for the night. Bid you all adieu. And see you the next time I decide to go live.
I need to set up a schedule and try to go live on a regular basis, but that's not always so easy to do when you also work as a fight reporter and there are fights tomorrow night on Paramount Network. The first ever Dr. Wily cutscene. It's a classic. But it's not as cool as the ones where you see the skull and the paths leading up to him that go through the skull, so I will say that. Alright. I think that's it. But just to show you, I still have all the items. Didn't lose anything. We're all good here, so thanks for watching, everybody. It's been quite a fun night. I want to say thank you to Sir Crunch, my homie from way back, to Retro Plus, to Greg Botero. Earlier on we had Peyton Cannon. I don't know if he went to sleep or not, but thank you, Peyton. And thank you, everybody. And this is Mistah MegaManFan saying, in the words of a famous YouTube streamer, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.